That was a good one. I didn't make that one that fast. Hey, good afternoon. I got like 2 minutes before my official start time. So I had tried to create a little holiday song that's not a holiday song on the Suno, but it's only like a minute long. I don't know if y'all can hear it. Hello, hello. It's so good to see you all. Hi, Cookie. Hey, Jen. Hey, Michelle. I like being early too most times. Most times I do. Let me see if I can play it again. If it'll do it. Okay. It won't let, oh, I see what I did wrong. Let's see what time we got. 1 minute? Okay, let me see if I play it one more time. Let me see. And y'all let me know if y'all can hear this or not. You probably won't be able to hear it good though, because it's coming through my phone. I'm gonna test it again. 1 second. Hey, Linda M, thanks for joining. Can y'all that music? Frankly, I needed something to kind of cheer me up. Not that I was sad, but I did wake up feeling a little heavy today. Everybody's coming in, just saying hello. Hello, hello, hello. Which is awesome. Y'all know I'm on my lunch break. Japanese. Okay. Well, hello, 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 everybody. Thank you so much. Welcome to my channel. My name is Evelyn. I think most of the people in the chat, of course, you're friends, so you know who I am. But for those on the replay, my name is Evelyn, and I have been on 4 years, but more specifically, recently, I have started a GLP-1 back in August of last year. I'll get into that more when we get to our topic. I am here today to share, even though this is like a little festive vibe, because there's some contests going on. So I had to get my little multitasking on and hurry up and do a quick picture to post on one of Kim J, Tawan, or Tamika's page. So I posted in the community tab because there's a contest for like if you take a picture in front of your tree and they're going to be judging them on one of their upcoming lives. So I try to do that today. So I'm going to stay like this. And then these, because this is only my second one, I do these twice a week is the plan through January. By these, I'm referring to lunchtime live chats, and they'll be on varying topics. The one today is going to be a Wegovy update. That'll be what the topic is for today. But these are a bit more stress that I do just because it's within my lunch hour and I'm trying to maximize the time that I'm here. And so I start off with a shout out and thank you segment, which I'll get to in a second. Because I do believe in the importance of being thankful, and there's always something you can be thankful for every day. So I start off with that first. Then I will cover like any type of announcements, if you will, housekeeping stuff, and then I get into the topic. So that is what we are going to do today. But before we do, I see it's 5 of you in here. I had an idea to play a little game. I said I woke up kind of feeling heavy today, and I really wasn't sure why. And then I had a meeting, and some things were confirmed, which is always good, but still just trying my best to kind of lift myself up. So I think a good icebreaker today is going to be, and this is going to be acapella because I'm not sure about all the music stuff. So the game that I want to play with y'all, if you're willing to play along, is I'm going to sing a part of a song, and then in the chat, you put what the next line. Like, it's going to be kind of like, whose line is it? But it's the next line in the song. Hey, Shayna, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Okay, so I just told them that what we're going to do before I get into shout outs and thank yous is I'm going to sing a cappella a few songs, just part, and then you have to fill in the comment section the part of the song that's next, okay? And I'm going to start off with the easy ones since I'm in a festive mood. So the first one is, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Your turn. What's the next line in the comments? Okay, still greeting each other. I'm looking for the song before I go to the next song. I'm still waiting. Who's going to be first, ladies? Who is it going to be? Come on, Shayna. Oh, what fun it is to have a one horse open. Okay, that was Shayna. Come on. Okay, I wish I could. Let me pull up the lyrics that Shayna said. Okay, there you go. She said, oh, what fun it is to ride. Okay, there we go. Cookie got it. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one horse open sleigh. You only missed one word. That was so funny. Okay. All right. Oh, you're driving too, girl. Don't worry about it then. Be safe. Do not do this game and drive. Okay. Here's the next one. Hark the herald angels sing. Okay. Shawnee, do not play this game if you're driving, seriously. But I'm waiting for it, then this is the second song. I'll repeat it. Hark the herald angels sing. Okay, you're getting quicker. Good job. That's right. Glory to the newborn King. I love it. Okay, let's do one that is a little bit more challenging. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells. That's all you're getting. It's a classic too. And I only know that because I used to be in concert choir way back in the day. Okay, Linda McDuffie got it too, though. When she got it. Excellent. Good job. Okay, the last song was Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells. Okay, Jen. I told you it was going to be harder. We used to have to sing that one like every holiday concert in high school. I was in concert choir. I was in show choir too back then. Anyway, thank y'all for playing along. That was fun. That was just a little bit of an icebreaker just to get here. And so now we're moving on to the next segment of today's live, which is shout outs and thank yous. And that's just a moment where I take time to shout out a person, place, thing, or idea that has been a blessing to me. The first one on my list for today is a growth mindset. I definitely consider myself to have a growth mindset. And I actually was in a half day yesterday with one of the teams, and just had a refresher on it and what that actually means, and how it applies. And in short, for me, a growth mindset for me is to never remain stagnant, but to always think about things and reframe them in a way that improves me, whether that's mind, body, soul, or spirit. So, ding dong, ding dong. Y'all are so funny. Yeah, I like that part too, though. I think a lot of people like that part of the song. So, growth mindset was the first one for shout outs and thank yous. And then the second one, of course, goes to you all for just being so incredibly supportive. So, the second one is the GLP-1 community broadly. So, to each of you, I'm very thankful for each of you come to my mind at certain different times, moments of time. And so I'm grateful to God for each of you in my life. So thank you. A couple of announcements. In a recent long form video that I posted with the Wegovy update, someone asked if I was going to, I think it was Miss Toy, had asked if I was going to increase my dose. And I was kind of like, I don't know yet. Well, I did. Similar to you, Jen, because I know you shared that in your video today. If y'all haven't seen Jen's update on Step Down, she posted a really good video today about it. And so similar to you, Jen, I decided to increase my dose as well. So I will be starting on the maximum dose of Wegovy, 2.4, starting in January. So the script is already in, but I can't pick it up until a certain date because of the way my insurance is wired. So we'll be on, by we, I mean me, of course. I will be on 1.7 for the remainder of December. And then in January, I'll transition to the 2.4 milligram Wegovy dose. And for Wegovy, that's the highest dose. So I'm looking forward to that, so that we can continue to see increased gains. And a little bit of context of why I'm going up. I really thought I was going to be committed enough to stay at the 1.7. And I see your comment. I'm going to highlight your comment. So I'm going to keep talking and I'm going to just highlight your comments. That way I don't kind of take away from my time. But I was really considering like staying on the 1.7 milligram because I've been on that one since August, like for 5 months. And it really has been doing me good. But I think you all also know that I'm also on hormone replacement therapy, testosterone to be exact. And so the testosterone works well with the GLP-1. Thank you, Cookie. It works well with the GLP-1, but what side effect of taking the testosterone is, of course, increased energy. And because I'm also lifting, the two has my hunger not aggressive. I think that's too strong of a verb, but it does have it more, or is that's an adverb. It's not aggressive, but it is like stronger. And I think it's because the testosterone dose is leveling out and stuff. And so the Wegovy is not as strong as it would be if I wasn't taking the testosterone. So I messaged my doctor in the portal, patient portal, just saying, hey, here's what I'm thinking. Like, what are your thoughts? And they didn't question it. They just went ahead and put it right in because we had already previously talked about it at my check-in, my 3-month check-in in November. And so, anywho, the bottom line is the 2.4 is getting started in January. So of course I will do a video because it's been the first time I increased the dose in so long. So I will definitely do probably a long form video about it and take you through what my first couple of weeks are on it. Hey, Bellflower, thank you for joining. I totally understand. And I always, the priority is for y'all to be safe. So I know sometimes I'm on your lives too, those of you who are content creators, and I just like the video, but I can't comment because I'm either working or I'm doing something else that I can't really be in the comments. But I really do appreciate you popping out just to let me know that you're here. And I hope you're doing well this holiday season. So the last announcement, I can't believe I'm still at announcements. The last announcement is that my next long form video will also be out this weekend, and it will be a haul. So, I love a good style and styling. For For those of you who missed it, I thought my package was stolen for my Shein haul, but it actually wasn't. There was a miscommunication in my household about some things. I'm not going to rehearse that because I covered that in the other video, but I will say this. The haul is here, and so that's what we're doing the video on. That's what I'm doing the video on this weekend. Okay, it is time now for the remaining time that we're going to be together for me to really dive into some of the things that I would have done differently prior to starting Wegovy / semaglutide. Okay, and I got my little list on my other monitor over here, which is why I'm turned to the side to keep me on track. Okay, so for context, for those of you who do not know, I started off on Wegovy in August of last year at 204.4 pounds. The last time I weighed in, which was November the 28th, I believe, was the day after Thanksgiving. Yes, because I had a doctor's appointment. Sorry, I was looking at my other little calendar. It was November the 28th, and I weighed in at 176.6. I do not know what I currently weigh today because I committed, along with a couple of others, Twan included, of Traces of Twan's Life, to not weigh in until December 31st. And so I will do weigh in December 31st as well as measurements at that time. So I don't know what my current weight is because of that commitment to remaining off the scale. But I will say that not last week, but this week is kind of the first week where I was kind of like, man, I kind of want to see where I am. And I didn't think that that was going to happen to me because I don't really care about the scale that much. It's a tool, it's a measuring tool, but I really don't really care about the scale that much. Now I want to, lose consistently and all the things, associated with our weight loss journeys. However, this week I was surprised by myself because I was like, I low-key kind of been eating. And I can't remember if I did a post or a video about that. But, hoping I'm on track. But there's been no changing in my clothes or anything like that. So I think I'm good. But we will absolutely know for sure December 31st. So here's a few things that I wish that I would have done differently before starting this medication. The first one is I wish that I would have started the medication sooner, to be honest. I was one of those people. And how many of you, like in the comments, those of you who are not driving, how many of you in the comments like have that same feeling like you're like, man, why did I wait so long? Well, that was me. And the reason why it was me is because prior to hormone replacement therapy and Wegovy / semaglutide, and I'm going to actually highlight that in a second. But prior to that, I didn't have any scripts at all. Like one would say from a metabolic standpoint that I was fairly healthy. I was just thick. You know what I'm saying? And you have to say it like that, thick. I was just thick. You know what I'm saying? I was a size 14, fully stout, 5'4" person, and it's not that I was comfortable with that, but I think I had the mindset that similar to like how some people who are critics of the medication, I think I also had that mindset prior to going in and that, I'm a soldier kind of thing. I'm going to do things the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Like I can work this off. But the older I'm getting, I'll be 48 next month. Like I was putting in work at the gym. Now I wasn't lifting like how I lift now. I don't want to put that lie out there to y'all because that's not true. I was lifting, but it was nowhere near what I do now. But I was very consistent in working out, mostly cardio. And I just would not see any results and stuff. And I just started to get frustrated. And you mix that with the hormone stuff that was going on, feeling like I'm going crazy and stuff. It was just wild. And this was like prior to me meeting all of you and stuff. Like at this time, I'm just an adult. And in fact, I didn't even make, by the time I made my first GLP-1 video, I had already been on it 3 months. I didn't even tell Marlon that I was on the medication initially because I didn't want, Marlon can be very, boy, he probably listened because he's on his way to work. But I love you, honey. But Marlon can provide his opinions. Let's just leave it at that. And I didn't really want his opinions. It was just a decision that I had made. So I honestly, the first 3 months, I kept it to myself. And then I was like, I think I want to share this on YouTube. And then that's when I, did my first video. But I had already been on it for 3 months before I even did it. And so let me check this chat before I go to my next point. Let's see. Hardering says, I didn't know about it until the end of 22 and I got on it then. Yeah. And then I missed one of your, oh, there we go. I was like, my little button is not allowing me to go up. I don't know why. Let me see. You're supposed to be driving, sir. I knew you were listening. My intuition told me you were on here listening. That's exactly why I was gentle in my words. Y'all, please say hello to Marlon. He said that he loved being in the live, by the way, Jen. I told him, Jen, that we are trying to encourage our husbands to get their own channel, and Marlon was actually open to the idea. But then he went down a whole rabbit hole talking about what would I talk about? What would my channel name be? And I'm like, see, you overcomplicating it. You just got to go, bro. But love, I appreciate you being in the comments, though. Thank you for supporting me. Okay, so going back to when I asked the question about who could relate to, not starting medication before GLP-1, Shayna saying yep. Michelle also saying yes. Jen is saying she waited a whole 3 years with a prescription in hand before she did it. Actually, I think you talked about that before. I remember that. I covered Hargy's point there. And then, oh, that's sweet. Jen says, but I wouldn't have met y'all. So I wouldn't have met y'all. So girl, y'all know I got to do it. Y'all know what it is. I wouldn't have met y'all. So I was supposed to wait. Okay, let's go to Cookie's comment. Cookie says, saying, I probably could have started a few months earlier, but I didn't mention my desire to lose to my doctor at my visit. Luckily, I saw her again, and a few months later, she suggested it to me. Shawnee says she'll catch the replay. Okay, honey, thank you for joining. I understand. I understand. And then, of course, there's Marlon. This is Marlon's handle, y'all. For now, unless he decides to become a content creator, we'll see. In response to you having an opinion, oh, we both know you have opinions, sir. So anyhow, getting back on track, yeah, like I wish I would have started sooner. And I think it was just like all the negative connotations associated with it. That was one. Plus, me not have ever been on a script before. I was just like, I can do it. And the truth is I needed help, and there's nothing wrong with getting help. So if you're watching the replay, or you're watching the live, I would just say this: if you're considering, taking your weight loss, to another level or getting ahead or whatever, and you're kind of have that mindset too, I would just encourage you to, of course, talk to your doctor, because I absolutely am not one. I'm just sharing my experiences with you. But talk to your doctor. And also, so many of us in the GLP-1, GIP community, and more acronyms to come soon, so many of us have had and are having success on it. So I would say don't be afraid. I think just starting sometimes is the biggest obstacle for a lot of things. And so don't be afraid. Just know there's a huge community out here and a wealth of support where we do share information with each other on a frequent basis. Okay, so Cookie says, I started. There we go. I think, yeah, okay, I see what's going on. Sorry for the delay. It's user error, not the computer. I started on it as soon as she prescribed it, though. I feel you on that. Hey, Carnivore Muscle, thank you so much for joining. I'm just talking about the past weight loss journey-ish that I'm still on, of course, and also just filling them in on some things that I would have did differently as it pertains to my journey. Okay, let me go down. Did I miss anything? They're just saying hello to Marlon. Okay. The next thing, so the first thing was I wish that I would have started the medication sooner. The second one is that I wish I would have gotten a pre-auth sooner. Okay, y'all, you gonna say, what you mean, Evelyn, you wish you would have got? I'm about to explain. So I've only been on Wegovy since summer of 2025. When I first started the weight loss journey, and I did go through my primary care physician's office, when I started, I was on the compounded version, paying out of pocket. Okay. Now I had that same insurance that I currently have when I got on the compounded version. But when I went to the doctor's office, they told me that the insurance companies weren't really approving or that it was hard to get approved. So they were encouraging the compounded version. So instead of me asking follow-up questions, which is a tip, always ask follow-up questions and push back. That is one thing that I learned in this community. And advocate for yourself. Just because somebody has acronyms behind their name, and I have some letters too of achievements, but just because that they have that does not necessarily mean that they are the end all be all authority on the subject matter, which is you. But yeah, so I got started on the compounded version and of semaglutide, and I was on that when I say very low dose, very low dose. I'm talking about like 5 units, and I had the vials and the needles. So I did that all the way through the summer. And then when I transitioned from the nurse practitioner to the MD in my primary care doctor's office, that's when it was suggested, like, did you not want to be on Wegovy or step down on one of the others or whatever? And I was like, well, I didn't know that I could. So he was like, well, do you want me to try? I was like, yeah, because at that point I was really needing to save money. Because for those of you who do not know, like the compounded version, the more when you go up in dose, like that increases the price. Well, at least at the time, things are shifting now, but that increases the price. So you're talking about hundreds of dollars out of pocket a month that I was doing. So I'm like, I can't do nothing but win if I get approved. And lo and behold, we went through the steps and I was approved for Wegovy through the insurance, and I only paid $25 a month. The clincher was, or I should say, I got in right at the tail end because our insurance starts at the fiscal year start, which is July 1 for us. And so the thing was, I got in on the last round of approvals because July 1 of this year, if you were not grandfathered in prior to the start of the new fiscal year, you cannot get it approved on the insurance anymore. So God was really looking out for your girl on that one. But yeah, I absolutely wish I would have started on this medication sooner. Okay, let's look at some comments. Down Ozempic in 2018. Michelle says, I didn't think I needed it. It was all of, I'm going to show her a comment. It was all my issues that got me on it. Now I'm so thankful. I wish I started early. Girl, I can relate. I can relate. Carnivore muscle, let's see. What are you saying, sir? Carnivore muscle is a bodybuilder. I don't know if y'all knew that or not. Y'all need to check out his books. I'm like, whoo. Bodybuilder lifters, so to be honest, that we be up in there doing our thing in the gym and have no time to play. Ooh, and I got a story for y'all. It's something happened to the gym at the gym this morning. I'm gonna tell y'all in just a second, but let's cover this comment. Carnivore Muscle says, I love hearing these anecdotes. I've tried most of the GLP ones except Survodutide, all very interesting and unique effects. So Muscle, may I ask you if you don't share? So you still on a GLP-1 now? Because I don't think I've seen any of your videos or shorts so far. But are you on one now? And if so, do you like it? And you know, if you wouldn't mind elaborating, I want to share. Okay, let me bring that one down. Cookie says, Bellflower, I saw friends and family losing on Wegovy. Uh-huh. And let me just go up here. Losing on Wegovy, but for some reason I was in denial. I guess I didn't think I needed it. You know what? It's understandable. You know what I'm saying? When and all of us hit it at a different mark, you know. Out with Kai. Hey, girl, what's up? Thank you for joining. I just found out about Out with Kai on Kennedy K Live. And so we have been getting to know each other about watching our different videos and shorts. And so thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Actually, I guess I thought I'd do it on my own. Yeah, Cookie. I think that was my exact sentiment because I always been a person like to go hard in the gym. Key love. Okay. It's pronounced key love. Thank you so much. So it's out with key. Thank you for correcting me. Okay. And let's see here. Carnival Muscle says, okay, I am trialing Mazdutide and semaglutide as a combo. Diarrhea is bad on this combo. I think best practice, if someone is medically cleared as GLP-1 on Monday, then tesofenzyme or cogrenolin, I can't pronounce the second part of that, on Friday. Oh, I'm gonna have to do some research. Jimmy, let me just get a picture of this. Thank you for sharing, Carnivore Muscle. I'm gonna look up some of these. Okay, I just had to get a quick. Thank you for sharing. Okay. All right. Yeah. If I ever mispronounce any of y'all's names and stuff, like I'm actually really big on that. So I don't mind being corrected. I definitely want to shout you out properly. Okay. So the next thing, oh, wait, before I go, got another comment. Bellflower says, yes, Cookie, I also wasn't ready. Looking back on it, I may not have been successful back then because I wasn't fully ready to change my lifestyle. Oh, wow. That's such a good point. Because you know what? I don't have this on my list, but I think, Bellflower, you're bringing up a really good point, is that you do have to mentally be ready to commit. Because while this medication is a tool, okay. Okay, Bellflower. We got you. She says she's parked now and just waiting on her daughter. But this medication, it will help you. It absolutely will help you, you know what I'm saying, get things under control. But you really do also, depending on your goals, because all of us are different. So let me say that. You still got to put in I was going to say a massive amount of work, but I don't want to scare anybody off. But you still have to be consistent and disciplined in changing up your habits. Not everything all at once. That is not what I'm saying here or projecting. But I do think you have to have some stuff dialed in, whether it's your workouts, whether it's your nutrition. And then I think the third piece I would even add is literally your mental. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know for me, I had to start asking myself some real deep questions about how did I get to a point. And for some of you all, I know some people who might be on the replay or watching now are like, girl, you was only 204.4 and a size 14. So what was you tripping on? Again, all of us are different. For me, and my 5'4" height, 204.4, my knees were starting to ache. My lower back was starting to really get tight consistently. You know what I'm saying? I'm in some pictures with my stomach sitting kind of, out there and funny. And even though I'm, quote, shapely, I knew that wasn't the best version of Evelyn. And so for me, it was still like getting to the root cause of how did I even get to this place. And I've been transparent and told y'all, me and Marlon was throwing the drinks back, honey. This is Colorado, one of the craft beer, I won't say capitals, because I feel like New Mexico has some phenomenal craft beer as well. But Marlon and I, honey, cocktails, we was going out all the time. And I really do attribute having multiple drinks a night to, putting on the pounds over a period of time. And I'm talking about some years. from 20, probably 17 till I really got focused and honed in to everybody's point about being consistent. And being ready for it. And Bellflower is agreeing that yes, you do have to do the work. Bellflower also says, I still wanted to party and drink back then. Ozempic and their life don't mix. 1,000%, 1,000%. It's so true. And then Shayna says she feels like that too. She was 205 at 5'3" and felt terrible. Yes. And so it's like we all know the benefits of when you start losing, getting the pounds off, and then don't let you start bumping up your muscle too. You know what I'm saying? And you're starting to see different things, which does take time, but it is just so worth it. I told y'all and promised y'all a little quick story about my gym experience this morning. Now, I did day Zumba this morning. Thank you, Jim, for being on there. And a couple of you others were on there too. And I really do appreciate y'all's support because I did it live. I'll post the replay when I have time to do some things in the YouTube studio. But I will say this. It was a good warm up. And then I was like, okay, I get to the gym. Everything is fine. I do go to my normal spots, just like normal. And this is following up on the etiquette conversation we had the other day. Okay. So today's Train Heroic. So Train Heroic is the app that I use that houses all of my workouts for the week. So I have pre-planned workouts that somebody else at my gym programs. They load it up for weeks at a time. The current one I'm on is 12-week program. And so I know what to do each day that I'm at the gym. Well, I had some new exercises today. Okay. So I'm over on the pulling machine, pulling down the weight to go like this exercise, but you're on your knees. So I'm over there and I see somebody at the side of my eye coming over to the same area. And I'm like, I know this is not a space, like it's not a big space. I'm happy to share, but you see what I'm doing. And this same particular gym patron has done similar things before. So we talked about gym etiquette, but I will tell y'all this. I was not successful today in saying, I'll be done in a minute. So he came over and he was digging in the box for an accessory to put on the cable system. And he dropped it. So, the rope pulley that you do for the tricep exercise, and it looks like a rope that you clip onto the cable. The box was right in front of me. He dropped it on the mat that I was on, like right by my thigh. Honestly, it's grace of God that he didn't hit me with it. So when it happened, I looked at him like this. And he gave me a look that was like he was embarrassed that the accident happened. But it's because you're over here trying to do too much. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm finishing my workout. And I stayed in my space. Yes, carnivore muscle. Thank you for amen in that. Like it's not like I'm just over here chilling and shooting a YouTube video. Like I'm actually over here doing a workout. And then he came like in the space when you could have easily done maybe a different workout until I'm done. Anyway, y'all, I was like, you got to be careful. But I will tell you this. It had me thinking about the gym situation. And the rec center is getting to be a problem because y'all know how the gyms tick up. I think, who was it? Twins? It was somebody. I might have been Twins Live. Apologies if I'm misspeaking. It was somebody's live I was on, and they were talking about when January comes and how the gym is full up until a certain date. And I think somebody really smart in the chat posted, like it's the first, is it like 7 to 13 days or something like that in January. I cannot work under those conditions, especially on a day like today where I was really trying to mentally battle even being there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like some days, as much as I love to work out, I have my days too. And today was one of those press through days where it's like, put up or shut up. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? You're going to do this work or you're not going to do this work. So anyway, I want to tell y'all that story. It really annoyed me, but I did get my workout in. I didn't let it interfere and make me stop. I did finish it. And it was a good workout. She's getting stronger, is what I will say. But I'm probably going to have to shift to my powerlifting gym for a while and just do all of my workouts over there. So far, I've been splitting. So anytime I do powerlifting sessions, I go to my powerlifting gym, and all of the other stuff I can do either in my basement or I go to the rec. I'm finna have to cut the rec out. I see that right now, but I'll keep y'all posted on that. Okay. The last thing that I wish I would have done sooner on this medication or on this journey is I wished I would have engaged with community sooner. So here's what I mean by that. So like I was watching videos. Like I was watching GLP-1 videos. Like I remember all summer. Um, I was checking in people lives, but I would never. And this is I had already put a video out too. I had already put like maybe a 2 or 3, 4 videos about my journey. And I would never comment ever. And I don't know what that fear was that I had, but I would be on Twan's live, and you know how Twan will say, if you are a content creator, all content creators, throw your purple hearts in the chat. Or if you're on Tamika channel, she would say, put your paw prints in the chat. I would never do it. I don't know what I was afraid of. I really don't know what. But I do remember one day I took a brave step, and I took a brave step, and I posted in the comment. I'll never forget it. And it was actually on Twan's channel. And she said, "Oh, beautiful, I am colored. You a content creator." And I was thinking, dang, why is she saying my name? That honestly was my feeling. Because I didn't really want to be like noticed like that. You know what I'm saying? And then she was like, "I'm gonna check you out." Y'all know how Twan do. She was like, "I'm gonna check you out and see what you're talking about." Can I be honest? I didn't think that she was going to check me out. I didn't. I was just thinking, you know what I'm saying? I think at the time, I don't even know if I had 25, 30 subscribers. It was very low, okay? And so I didn't believe her. I really didn't. I didn't believe that she was going to check me out. So I was like, okay, whatever. I did my little courageous act for today, threw my little heart in the chat. That's my brave moment. And then guess what happened next? Twan posted one of my videos on her community tab or something and was like, "Y'all go over here and check my girl out." Now, I didn't know Twan like that. I did not know Twan like that at all. Do you hear me? Like, at all, at all. But I was like, oh my God, like this lady watched my video. Y'all hear me say this lady watched my video and and I was just like, oh. And then I was scared because I was like, oh my God, people are going to come to my channel now. They're going to be expecting me to do something. Oh my God. And it was so freaking scary. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I'm sharing this with y'all, but I just shoot you straight. It was so scary. Shayna, I did that to you. Listen, we sharing this community. We sharing this community. Bellflower is like, hold on, I'm clicking it too fast. Bellflower is like, me neither. I was really watching for informational purposes only since I had my own community outside of YouTube. Exactly. I'm like, I'm just here to get the information, but y'all know how certain content creators are, and they in the political arena would be identified like more as like your connecting type people, right? So they're the type of people that can always bring, people together. They just have that type of gift, talent, and ability. I'm not a connector in that way. Now I will try to fake connector, but that's not my main, you know what I'm saying, talent, if you will. Anyhow, so I didn't know what I wish I would have known then, last year, before I really got engaged with this community, is I should have started that sooner. I should have been in the comments asking questions sooner, or just getting to meet people sooner, because, this journey can sometimes be very isolated. I'm very blessed. My husband definitely supports me, but I just shared, even I didn't tell him at first, you know what I'm saying? And so I would say if you're watching this video here on the live or on the replay, and you kind of maybe be in one of those situations, you don't have to be in a situation where you're by yourself. There's a huge community out here that provides a ton, sometimes overwhelming amount of information and support, and that nobody is perfect. Nobody is showing up every day and doing this thing 100% perfect. We are all just striving to be excellent, consistent, and disciplined in what we do. And so that means sometimes we are going to fall down, but the community support helps you. They're strong. They pick you up. I mean, in this community, we even pray on lives in this community, for each other. And I just don't know of any other community, in the virtual arena that does that so beautifully, so lovingly. So that's what my last point would be, is that I wished I would have engaged with all of you a lot sooner. And it's been such an amazing ride so far. It truly has. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you. Okay. I feel like I was windbagging y'all. Okay. I can't believe I always end up with my time at 12:48. I think I ended up at like 12:48 the other day too. But anyway, I think Twan is live tonight, right? Is Twan live tonight? Hold on. Uno momento. Cookie, I'm reading a comment. Give me a second. Cookie says, I stayed in the bushes for months. Didn't even have a, really? Okay, sorry, let me read. I stayed in the bushes for months. Didn't even have a YouTube account. Then one day I was like, these are some good people. I want to join in. I created an account so I could come in. Wow, I did not know that, Cookie. And you're such a good supporter too. Like, you always be showing up, always. But it just goes to show you that, like, if you create a welcoming environment, that people will eventually, in their own time, and show up to support. Amen. Usually go live on Thursday. Okay, I was pretty. Yeah, I thought that. I just didn't know if it was going to be a change in schedule because of the holiday, between Kim J, Twan, and she is Tamika. But I definitely will be on the live tonight. So that's good to know. Thank you, Jen, for confirming me. But Cookie, yeah, the ones who don't have YouTube channels or aren't content creators, but like who show up consistently, man, it means the world. It really does. It means the world, because you get to know people, and when they're not around, you start missing them. Just like I was on Kim J's live on Tuesday night, and L. Lewis popped in just for a quick second. And I had been thinking, like, where is L. Lewis? Or when I was looking for Michelle the other day. So just know that when you are not around, you are missed. You are missed in this community, especially if you're engaged in the comments and stuff like that. So for all the people who are still watching from, the comfort of the other lens and not ever coming out, this is your motivational moment to encourage you to come out and say hello in the comments. It doesn't expose you too much. You're just going to be greeted with a lot of love and kindness, at least in this community, and definitely on my page. So I wanted to say that as well. Let's see. Shayna says, that's why I love lives. I feel like I'm meeting up with people. I totally agree, Shayna. Whenever you're ready, you just, like I say, honey, just let us know. We're going to show up. We'll be there to support you whenever you're ready. And you have such a beautiful channel too. You really do. And I think you know this already because I posted it, but I love your video when you were going out, like you went on the date and y'all went to the, y'all were in like the wine cellar place or something like that, somewhere you and your spouse went, I think, on a date. I love those types of videos. I don't know why. They just relax me. Cookie says, I used to show up and y'all just didn't know. Good for it. I like supporting where and when I can. Yes. I also like that too. I like the freeness of, or I should say, the pressure is not there for you. It's kind of like when I was telling, Jen, Michelle, Shayna, and Harjarine about, becoming moderators. Like, my expectation is that oh my God, Evelyn's live, I got to log on. Absolutely not. It's just an extra safety layer. You know, like it's enough pressure in real life. Not that virtual arena is not real life, but my goal is not to create a pressure centric channel to where people feel, angst in their chest, about things. I don't live my life like that at all. And I'm certainly not going to live my life like that on YouTube. It's just not authentic to Evelyn, to me. Okay, Jen says, I appreciate that y'all show up for our non-GLP life too, because it's all connected. Oh, such a great point. Such a great point. Jen, there's no way in the world, when I tell you in the whole entire globe, that I would have tuned in to a chicken's video. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And I now have a favorite rooster. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. By the way, the one who be cutting up all the time, Mark, that is my favorite rooster. So I need y'all to lay off of the comments on Mark. I really do. Like, I be feeling so sorry for him. So I would have never, though, seriously, like, watched anything like that. I wouldn't even search for it. But I also think, Jen, that we are supporting and willing to learn because we fell in love with you. You know what I'm saying? We fell in love with who Jen is, who JC Calamity is. And so that makes us want to learn more about, the medications that you're on, your journey as a type 1 diabetic, your Zepbound journey, of course, and all the other things that you've introduced us to. So I think that's the beautiful part about it. I told Marlon the other day about Mark. He just ignored me. Let's see. Cookie says, JC, I watch. Come on. JC, I watch your cat doing your Zumba, right? Dead center on the floor while she's doing Zumba. Right. See, that's what I'm saying. So the community is here. It's just like when you love someone, just like you love them in real life, like you don't love parts of them. At least I hope not. You love them. You just love them. And so the things that bring them joy, the things that they're interested in, then also indirectly become your true default, of your connectedness to them. Let's say, hold on. Marjorie says, dang it, well, you could have added, you're gonna make us cry. Oh, no, but y'all know it's real. It's real though. It's so real. And let me talk about this one real quick. Since you want to cry today. Let me talk about this one. Listen. There are some people who contact you outside of YouTube. I don't give my number to everybody, just so y'all know. I don't do that. And I don't mean that like I'm so high and mighty. That's how I am in my real life too. But there are some people that you have a drawing or pulling to. And for those of you who I have connected with via email or on the phone, just know that you have a very, very special place in my heart. And we also find that we have so many things that are interconnected. And I mean, some of the deepest of things that are interconnected as far as our life experiences go. But we don't do that until we actually share with one another. And of course, it has to be in a safe environment, of course, which is why some conversations have to be carried off of YouTube. I'm definitely a proponent of that. But Harjarine's so gifted and talented, my God, today. So gifted and talented, so giving. I mean, when I talk, honey, it be better than church. It really do. Like this community do be better than church to me. Okay, I'm gonna have to wrap up because your girl got logged back on, but let's see. Cookie says, and yes, I second Ellen and Bellflower. I show up because of who you are. Mm-hmm. And you feel that sense of connection, 1,000%. Okay. Well, that concludes my second live, lunchtime live for this week. Thank you all for being here again. Love you so much. She's going to log back on to work now, but I wish you all a wonderful day. I'll see you all at a couple of lives, I think, tonight. I love you so much. Appreciate you. And remember, the future you is waiting on you. Okay, see you next time.